Have you ever asked yourself, how can I truly take care of a loved one over 60 the right way? And if you think simply eating well is enough, then principle number 9 in this video will make you think again. Because sometimes, what weakens the elderly isn't illness, it's the small habits that get neglected. Do you notice it? A day that passes in silence, a rushed meal, or a restless night's sleep, each can be a subtle warning sign. Aging doesn't just weaken the body. It also makes the spirit more vulnerable. The immune system slows down, memory fades, joints lose their flexibility. These are the things anyone will face without proper care. And if those things happen quietly, they can gradually take away the joy of living. There's no loud cry of pain, just lingering fatigue, and a quiet loneliness in each evening without conversation. But you know what? Just a few small daily adjustments can make a big difference. In today's video, we'll explore 9 principles of elderly health care, each one a door leading to peace of mind. And the 9th principle, it's something few people notice, but it will bring more comfort than you can imagine. If you're living with or caring for your parents or grandparents, don't miss this. If you've already passed 60, leave the number 1 in the comments, so we know who we're walking with on this journey. And if you feel this content truly speaks to you, don't forget to hit subscribe on Senior Compass so we can continue to nurture you with knowledge. 1. A balanced diet. After turning 60, meals are no longer just about feeling full. They become an art of living long and living well. The elderly body absorbs nutrients more slowly, making it prone to vitamin and mineral deficiencies, as well as blood sugar imbalances. A balanced diet not only improves physical health, but also supports mental clarity, glowing skin, and a gentler digestive system. When we were younger, we could eat anything at any time, but after 60, that kind of freedom in eating can sometimes become a burden on the stomach, liver, and kidneys, organs that now work at a slower pace with age. Linda, 68, used to eat salty foods, drink a lot of coffee, and rarely touched vegetables. After a hospital stay due to high blood pressure, she switched to lighter meals, boiled vegetables, oatmeal porridge, and steamed fish. In just 3 months, her blood pressure stabilized, her sleep deepened, and her skin looked less dull. "I eat less now, but I feel more alive," she smiled. A healthy diet can improve memory, stabilize blood sugar, reduce constipation, and most importantly, help seniors feel that they're still in control of their lives. No dependence, no constant worry, just the wisdom of knowing how to choose the right foods. Are you eating for your health, or just out of old habits? Does today's meal contain enough green vegetables, light protein, and a sprinkle of love for yourself? After 60, eating is no longer about pleasing the taste buds. It's an act of honoring your body, day by day. 2. Gentle daily movement. After turning 60, do you ever notice how getting up from a chair or walking slowly across your yard feels less fluid than before? That's not a sign of weakness. It's a gentle reminder. Your body is asking to be cared for through soft, mindful movement. Gentle daily exercise is one of the best ways to maintain health after 60. Simple practices like slow walking, tai chi, chair yoga, or even gardening and light housework all count as appropriate forms of movement. When muscles stretch, blood circulation improves, and both the heart and blood pressure become more stable. In our youth, movement felt natural. We walked fast, worked hard, and rarely felt tired. But in later years, life asks us to slow down. Exercise is no longer about performance. It's about feeling alive, well, and loved in our own skin. Mr. Paul, age 72, used to suffer from chronic back pain and frequent insomnia. After starting a 20-minute morning walk around the house and trying a few gentle yoga stretches in the evening, he felt less pain, slept better, and even found his mind clearer. "Every time I raise my arms and stretch," he said, "I feel free again. in this very body of mine. Consistent movement doesn't just benefit joints, it also helps seniors maintain a sense of independence. No need to rely on children, no feeling of helplessness. More importantly, it preserves the dignity of aging, that sense of, I can still do something for myself. Ask yourself this: how many minutes today have you spent walking, stretching, or moving with intention? If your answer is not enough, then tomorrow is your chance to start. Gently, just a few steps in the yard, a few stretches of your arms and legs. After 60, movement is no longer just exercise. It's an act of gratitude for the body that has carried you through life. 3. Quality sleep. There's something many seniors often confess while sipping evening tea. Sleep doesn't come as easily as it used to. And it's true, after 60, sleep becomes delicate. Like a thin mist, ready to vanish at the slightest sound. Light sleep, frequent awakenings, or waking up too early are all common experiences. When sleep is disrupted, not only does the mind grow weary, but memory, blood pressure, and immune function also suffer. The body doesn't get enough time to heal, moods become irritable, and loneliness quietly seeps into long, restless nights. In the past, you may have overlooked sleep, staying up late, irregular bedtimes. It all seemed harmless. But now, the body craves rhythm, a stable routine to rediscover inner balance. Quality sleep is the foundation that helps every system in the body function smoothly. When we sleep deeply, the brain clears itself, the heart gets to rest, and the skin begins to renew. A full night's sleep not only soothes the nervous system, but helps seniors stay clear-headed and emotionally steady. Ask yourself, have you been sleeping well lately? Do you wake up during the night or rise in the morning still feeling tired? If the answer is yes, then maybe it's time to treat your sleep like a garden in need of tender care. Good sleep doesn't come from pills, it comes from habits. Turning off the phone early, avoiding blue light, not overeating at dinner, and truly allowing yourself to unwind before bed. Sleep isn't a pause, it's a profound act of restoration, so you can wake up each morning still in love with life. 4. Maintaining a positive spirit. There's something not often spoken aloud, yet deeply felt in old age. A quiet sadness, a sense of emptiness that sometimes drifts into the heart each day. When children are busy, friends stop calling, and the house grows too quiet. It's easy to slip into melancholy without even knowing. Positivity doesn't happen on its own. It needs to be nourished, like a small lamp needing oil each day. When the mind is filled with uplifting thoughts, the body follows, blood pressure steadies, the heartbeat calms. But if negative emotions linger too long, they begin to affect digestion, immunity, and even sleep. Old age is not about competing with others anymore. There's no need to compare yourself to anyone. Yet, in that very stillness, some may start to feel unnecessary. But that's a painful misconception. Because the spirit of an elder is a treasure, filled with experience, depth, and wisdom, that no young soul can yet possess. When positivity is preserved, the elderly still feel connected to life. Even without grand tasks, a simple word of encouragement, a smile, or a home-cooked meal can bring a deep sense of meaning. Are you still keeping a small joy for yourself each day? A warm cup of tea, an old song, or perhaps just sunlight at the doorstep? These aren't grand things, but they can be anchors for the soul on quiet days. Positivity doesn't mean pretending to be cheerful. It's the choice to view life with gentle gratitude. When you hold on to that mindset, you're giving your heart a reason to keep beating with peace and joy. 5. Regular health checkups. When we're young, the body often heals itself after a bout of fatigue. But after turning 60, silent changes begin to take place inside us. Changes we may not immediately feel. That's why regular health checkups become more important than ever. A single check of your blood pressure, a blood test, or an abdominal ultrasound may reveal things you never expected. Many serious conditions, like diabetes, hypertension, or osteoporosis, develop quietly, without obvious symptoms, until it's too late. Checkups aren't about fear, they're about being proactive. They help us understand our bodies and care for ourselves in the right way. In our younger years, we could ignore a backache or a moment of dizziness. But in older age, the body needs to be listened to more deeply. It no longer self-corrects like it used to. Routine appointments are opportunities to prevent harm before it happens. Regular checkups are not just medical tasks, they're expressions of self-respect. When seniors understand their health status, they gain confidence in their daily routines, their diet, their movement, and in shaping their time around what truly matters. Have you ever postponed a doctor's appointment just because you thought, "I'm fine"? Take a moment to reflect. Perhaps that casual thinking caused you to miss the chance to catch a potential risk early. And who knows? Maybe just one checkup could bring you the peace of mind to live each day more fully. Routine health checkups don't mean waiting for illness to strike. They are our way of opening a small door to lasting peace. When you know what's happening inside, you no longer fear the surprises that aging might bring. 6. Personal hygiene. Personal hygiene. It may sound like a small matter, but it's an essential part of preserving both health and dignity in old age. After 60, the skin becomes thinner, the immune system weaker, and daily hygiene habits are no longer just about cleanliness, they're acts of self-love. When personal hygiene is not maintained properly, the risk of infections, itching, fungal skin conditions, pressure sores, and oral diseases increases. A damp area left uncleaned, unbrushed teeth, or wearing the same clothes for too long, these seemingly minor things can quietly impact a senior's overall health. In our youth, we could overlook such details. But in older age, every bath, every change of clothes, every dental care routine becomes a ritual of self-respect. It's not about appearances or impressing others. It's about knowing that we deserve to feel clean, fresh, and comfortable in our own bodies. Proper hygiene also brings psychological comfort. Feeling clean uplifts the spirit, boosts confidence, and reaffirms the sense of still being an active part of life. On the other hand, neglecting hygiene can lead to shame, insecurity, and a quiet sadness that may go unnoticed by others. Ask yourself, how long has it been since you replaced your toothbrush? Do you bathe regularly, or only when you feel uncomfortable? These small acts are practical ways to preserve your dignity in old age. Caring for personal hygiene doesn't need to be complicated. All it takes is a safe bathroom, clean towels, gentle body wash, some mouthwash, and a pair of loving hands, and you already have everything you need. At any age, you can be clean, tidy, and fragrant, because hygiene isn't about appearance. It's a reflection of self-respect and love for the body that has walked with you through a lifetime. 7. A safe living environment. In old age, our steps slow down, reflexes become less sharp, and our vision loses its clarity. That's why our living environment, the space where we walk and carry out daily activities, becomes a key factor in ensuring safety, comfort, and a sense of freedom. Danger doesn't always come from big things. Sometimes it's just a slippery slipper, a staircase without handrails, or a dimly lit hallway. Enough to cause a fall with serious physical and emotional consequences. In the past, home was so familiar that we stopped noticing every tile, every door frame. But after turning 60, that very familiarity can sometimes lead to complacency and vulnerability. Creating a safer environment isn't about weakness. It's about choosing to live longer, more independently. A well-adjusted living space not only minimizes fall risks but also helps seniors move with more confidence. This, in turn, allows them to feel in control of their lives, not dependent, not restricted, and not afraid every time they need to use the bathroom at night or step out onto the balcony in the morning. Have you truly looked around your home lately? Is there a loose power outlet? A step that's too high? A spot where you nearly tripped and dismissed it? These small adjustments can become big gifts to yourself. Making your home safer doesn't mean losing what's familiar. It means allowing your home to love you back. Each added handrail is like a quiet whisper. You deserve to be protected. A home is not just a place to stay. It's a place to live the most peaceful years of your life with ease and confidence. 8. Mental engagement. As we grow older, it's not just our bodies that slow down. Our minds do too. But that doesn't mean we have to accept fading memory or declining thinking. Because like a lamp, the mind can still shine if we light it. Daily. Gently, deeply, and meaningfully. Mental engagement is essential for senior health. It helps prevent cognitive decline and keeps the spirit alert, sharp, and inspired. Each time you read a page of a book, solve a crossword puzzle, listen to classical music, or chat with your grandchildren about today's world, you're nourishing your inner life. In youth, our minds were pulled by work, plans, and pressure. But after 60, we have a choice: to let our minds become quiet, or to enrich them with simple joys. Unlike the body, which may need rest, the mind becomes clearer the more we use it. Mental activity doesn't require learning something grand or difficult. It's about keeping the habit of noticing, questioning, remembering, and connecting. It could be journaling, learning a new recipe, playing chess, writing poems, or simply jotting down your favorite quotes each day. When was the last time you thought, "Oh, that's interesting"? The mind doesn't age because of time. It fades. When we stop giving it new windows to look through. You don't need to read philosophy or learn a new language. Just a bit of curiosity, a bit of patience, and a bit of kindness toward your own mind. That's how you protect one of the most precious parts of aging. Wisdom has no age limit. Not to prove anything to others, but to remind yourself, I'm still alive, and I'm still learning every day. 9. Communication and social connection. There's a real emptiness in the lives of many after 60. A quiet absence of everyday conversation. Not everyone notices it, but loneliness is a silent feeling that slowly eats away at the soul. Especially when there are people around, but no one truly listens. Communication is not just about talking. It's about being heard, being understood, and being fully present in connection with others. After 60, social connection becomes a powerful kind of emotional medicine. It keeps the mind clear, the heart steady, and protects against the feeling of being forgotten or invisible, even within one's own family. In younger years, we communicated out of duty, work, socializing, responsibilities. But now, connection is a spiritual need. To feel we still matter in someone's life. A phone call, a quick market trip with a neighbor, or an afternoon tea with an old friend, these small acts can brighten the entire day. Social connection doesn't have to be loud. It just needs to be sincere. When someone asks, "How are you today?" or listens to an old story for the third time with a smile, the elderly feel seen, valued, and loved. Their presence still has meaning. Are you maintaining little connections like that in your daily life? Do you have a friend to call, a neighbor to greet, a group to meet with sometimes? If not, gently seek them out. Start with a hello, a question, an open heart. Communication is the warmth of life, and seniors don't just need warmth from sunlight or blankets, they need it from the eyes and words of those around them. Old age should not be a solitary journey. Each connection you nurture is a bridge that keeps you tied to life, gently, deeply, and filled with humanity. We've just walked through 9 essential principles, from nutrition, sleep, and movement to emotional connection. Each may sound familiar at first, but within them lies a quiet power to sustain health and peace after 60. growing old is not a decline. It's a new chapter where every small detail in your daily life can become a gift to your well-being if treated with care. Taking care of yourself at this age doesn't require anything grand. Sometimes sleeping a little earlier, eating with a little less salt, or calling someone a little more often is enough to ease the weariness in both your body and soul. You don't need to change your whole life. Just choose one principle to begin with today. Maybe it's a 10-minute morning walk. Maybe it's adding a few boiled greens to your dinner. Maybe it's sitting quietly for 5 minutes before bed, just to know that you are breathing and alive. Believe this: any age is a good time to begin again. Every age deserves to live gently, healthily, with dignity and the freedom of spirit. You're no longer racing against time. Now you can slow down, not to stand still, but to feel more deeply each step you take, each choice you make. You've made it through so many springs, so many sorrows, so many losses, and now you deserve to live with the tenderest care from yourself and those who love you. If one of today's 9 principles touched your heart, leave a comment. I will begin from here. It's a quiet but loving promise to yourself. And if you wish to continue walking with healing messages, don't forget to subscribe to Senior Compass, a place where each video is a warm cup of tea, a pillow for the soul in your golden years. You are not alone. You are not forgotten. You are alive, and there is still so much left that's worth living for. Care for your body as if it's the only home you'll live in for the rest of your life. Care for your soul as if it's a garden, needing daily tenderness to stay alive. And always remember, beauty is not in age, but in how gently you hold yourself every single day.